Well, I thought it was time to just be completely transparent about what's happening here. So I have been working on this journey for 12 years. I just got a reminder from Facebook that said 12 years ago I flew to Tokyo, and I'd posted a picture of my boarding pass. And it was exactly 12 years ago in April, early April. I visited Tokyo from Dubai, and that was where this whole thing kicked off. This relationship with Tomo that I was prompted to write the story about and turn into this book, Exodai. So I published Exodai in September 2023. And of course, everybody thinks their story is amazing. Everybody thinks it's going to be a bestseller. And full transparency, I have been absolutely flogging this book, absolutely out there, all over social media. Full transparency, I have sold 500 books. 500. I mean, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. And from that 500 books, the royalties to me, I don't know, they're probably about almost £2,000, I would say, maybe at least $2,000. And I have been working relentlessly on this book, never mind the amount of effort that's gone into writing it and creating it and editing it and getting it formatted and getting the design done and everything. Let's just look at that beautiful design. It is very nice. This was professionally designed, I'm glad to say. Beautiful cover there done by a chap down in Aldershot, Dissect Designs. Anyway, and I've been promoting this book since September. We had the whole fiasco over the name change because my family didn't like me using my real name, so I changed from Hackford to Hendrick. Anyway, I feel like I've come full circle now. I strangely had this dream about 2 or 3 days ago that I had reached the top of a mountain peak, and I had stopped with the group. I was with a group of random people, and we're at the top of this mountain. And all we had to do now was go back down. And I was at the top of this mountain, and I took it upon myself to give thanks and say a prayer of gratitude that we had completed the journey. I mean, we hadn't completed the journey because we still had to go back down the mountain. But I sort of feel like maybe I have reached the zenith of this whole book promotion thing. And maybe I have reached the top of the mountain because I have been getting this great feedback from people, such as the disabled man who cross-dresses, who said that my book was helping him unpeel layers about discovering who he is. And I mean, I had this vision once that my grandma came to me and said, your book's going to help people. And that was also this kind of prophecy I got way back in 2012, that I should write about my struggles and pains because people would find it relatable and it would help them. So I went ahead and wrote this book, Exodai, and I put my life, soul, heart, blood, sweat, tears and everything into it. And 12 years on, that book is produced and it's in the market and I'm seeing those results. It is helping people and that's great. It's just not going to be a bestseller. And I have to come to terms with that. And I think, I've been doing all these podcasts. I've been doing advertising. I've had a few articles go out in the media across the UK and the US. And am I seeing any resulting sales? Not really. I sell about 2 books a day. I sold 3 a day in March because I had a promotion going on that Amazon had created for me. I'm selling 2 books a day and it's steadily going down. And I mean, I had a podcast done that rolled out at the end of March. Really fantastic podcast. These 2 ladies who interviewed me, and right at the start of the interview, they promoted the book. They talked about, because they'd both read it, bless them, and they pushed my book really hard, and they get 5,000 downloads. Now, I thought 5,000 downloads, that's quite a lot. Because podcasts, people listen to you and they engage with you and they get to learn who you are. And then in theory, they start to like you and then they go ahead and buy your book. Anyway, I have seen no spike in sales as a result of that podcast going out. And the thing is, I'm just spread so thin. I mean, I've got a bit of activity going on Instagram. I've got quite a bit of coverage on Facebook groups, got a bit of coverage in the American media and the British media. Podcasts keep coming out, random podcasts, random people. I did one with a very kinky podcaster about a week ago. That's just gone out on my YouTube channel. I mean, I'm spread so thin. And the thing is, I've had to draw a line because I can't invest any more money in promoting this book because I'm just not seeing any results. Of course, I can do social media for free, but it takes time. It takes time that I could be putting into some other activity that earns me money. And so I'm at this point where I'm really like, well, I've had this dream that I got to the top of the mountain. Maybe I've done everything I can with Exodai. Maybe that's it. This book, I couldn't get a publisher. And I had an agent, I had a book agent in the UK, fantastically big book agent in the UK, but he couldn't sign any publishers up. Why do you think that was? It's because of the BDSM. It's because of the BDSM, and this is another problem that I'm encountering on social media. As soon as you have anything that has the BDSM theme in it, or these adult topics of, and here's another word, bondage, as soon as you have these adult themes, social media starts to put a glass ceiling on you. And that glass ceiling is so low that you can barely stand up before you hit it. And that's what I've been running into. So, I mean, when I was promoting the law of attraction, when I was promoting my teddy bear, those videos went everywhere. As soon as I start promoting my Exodai book, all the walls come closing in, and I just can't get the word out there. So although I can do stuff for free on my social media, A, it takes time, and B, social media is muting the effect of my videos because of its adult topic. And so it's really a struggle to get a book out there. And the bottom line is, I mean, I heard from a PR agent the other day who deals with A-list celebrities, that actually even A-list celebrities, when they write a book, a memoir about this or how I gave up alcohol or whatever it was, their books, they only sell 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 copies unless it's a runaway bestseller, like Oprah's book, or anything about Trump right now. Unless it's a runaway bestseller and it sells 100,000 copies, it's really hard to sell books these days. People just don't buy books anymore. They just don't buy books. They'd rather listen to your books. I mean, maybe I should create an audio, but have I got the energy? I don't know. I just feel like it's time now to move on and do something else and just leave my book out there. All this social media will keep doing the rounds, especially on YouTube, thanks to YouTube search. And those podcasts, they're still rolling out this year, and I might even win an award. I've got my book out there for various awards. Let's see how that changes things. But it's just such hard work. And if you're an author, what I would say to you, and I said this to someone last night who's about to publish his book, if you're an author and you want to publish a book, write the book because it's cathartic. Write the book because you enjoy it. Publish the book for your friends. Publish the book because it's going to help people. But don't expect to make big money out of publishing a book.